What's up and welcome y'all, it's Brandy here with another reaction video. Today I will be reacting to some more George Carlin. Yes sir. Rights are not rights, so someone can take them away. Let's get right into this video.
In this country's always running around yammering about their fucking rights. I have a right, you have no right, we have a right, they don't have a right. Folks, I hate to spoil your fun, but there's no such thing as rights, okay? They're imaginary. We made them up, like the boogeyman. The Three Little Pigs, Pinocchio, Mother Goose, shit like that. Rights are an idea. They're just imaginary. They're a cute idea. Cute. But that's all. Cute and fictional. But if you think you do have rights, let me ask you this. Where do they come from? People say, well, they come from God. They're God-given rights. Oh, fuck, here we go again. Here we go again. The God excuse. The last refuge of a man with no answers and no argument. It came from God. Anything we can't describe must have come from God. Personally, folks, I believe that if your rights came from God, He would have given you the right to some food every day, and He would have given you the right to a roof over your head. God would have been looking out for you. God would have been looking out for you. You know that? He wouldn't have been worried about making sure you have a gun so you get drunk on Sunday night and kill your girlfriend's parents. But let's say it's true. Let's say God gave us these rights. Why would He give us a certain number of rights? The Bill of Rights in this country...
The way I grew up in a Christian family. You know, Christianity has been all I've known. But recently I have got into spirituality. I'm not going to get too much into that. But, well, in the topic of this discussion on this video, I'm not going to get into it. But my point is, like, how freely He is to say certain things in reference to God and stuff like that. I grew up and I do the, like, never question God. And He would say, why would God, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that scares me to this day, even though I'm getting into spirituality. You know, kind of drifting away from Christianity. Stuff like that still scares me. I cannot curse and say God, angels, heaven, or anything like that in the same sentence. It don't sit right with me. It's just like I'm very it's a don't challenge God type of thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like saying certain things is like you trying to challenge God. Feel like you can say anything to Him, something like that. You know. Let's go back to the video.
Country has 10 stipulations, okay? 10 rights. And apparently God was doing sloppy work that week because we've had to amend the Bill of Rights an additional 17 times. So God forgot a couple of things, like slavery. Just fucking slipped His mind. But let's say God gave us the original 10. He gave the British 13. The British Bill of Rights has 13 stipulations. The Germans have 29. The Belgians have 25. The Swedish have only 6. And some people in the world have no rights at all. What kind of a fucking goddamn God-given deal is that? No rights at all? Why would God give different people in different countries different numbers of different rights? Boredom? Amusement? Bad arithmetic? Do we find out at long last, after all this time, that God is weak in math skills? Doesn't sound like divine planning to me. Sounds more like human planning. Sounds more like one group trying to control another group. In other words, business as usual in America. Now, if you think you do have rights, one last assignment for you. Next time you're at the computer, get on the internet, go to Wikipedia. When you get to Wikipedia, in the search field for Wikipedia, I want you to type in Japanese Americans 1942, and you'll find out all about your precious fucking rights, okay? All right. You know about it. You know about it. Yeah. In 1942, there were 110,000 Japanese American citizens in good standing, law-abiding people who were thrown into internment camps simply because their parents were born in the wrong country. That's all they did wrong. They had no right to a lawyer, no right to a fair trial, no right to a jury of their peers, no right to due process of any kind. The only right they had, right this way, into the internment camps. Just when these American citizens needed their rights the most, their government took them away. And rights aren't rights if someone can take them away. They're privileges. That's all we've ever had in this country is a bill of temporary privileges. And if you read the news even badly, you know that every year the list gets shorter and shorter and shorter. You see how sooner or later? Yeah. Sooner or later, the people in this country are going to realize the government does not give a fuck about them. Government doesn't care about you or your children or your rights or your welfare or your safety. It simply doesn't give a fuck about you. It's interested in its own power. That's the only thing, keeping it and expanding it wherever possible. Personally, when it comes to rights, I think one of two things is true. I think either we have unlimited rights or we have no rights at all. Personally, I lean toward unlimited rights. I feel, for instance, I have the right to do anything I please. But if I do something you don't like, I think you have the right to kill me. So where are you going to find a fairer fucking deal than that? So the next time some asshole says to you, I have a right to my opinion, you say, oh yeah? Well, I have a right to my opinion, and my opinion is you have no right to your opinion. Then shoot the fuck and walk away. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. George Carlin is a school himself. Literally. If school was anything like just sitting in a classroom and listening to this man, he has all the knowledge that we need to know. Well, typically about the world, about the society and stuff like that, you know. But he emphasizes a lot that the government does not give a about us. And it's true. I mean, that's nothing new. You know, people have been exposed to that for years and years and years. Once you start talking about it, you gotta shut up about it type stuff. George Carlin ain't no shutting this man up. Like he talks his talk for real, for sure. But I definitely agree. Rights are not rights if someone can take them away, because rights they belong to you. Like it's yours. Like no, like it's God given. God given. But What? Okay, let me say this. One thing I can say about George Carlin, he puts things in perfect freaking sense. Perfect freaking sense. No, I would have never thought to, turn the word rights into privileges, because that's what it is. In all honesty, privileges. All these rules and regulations that we have to go by to live in the world. You do something, there's a consequence behind it, and guess what? You have no choice. Like, but to You have no choice but to go through what society throws at you. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, for instance, people who are convicted of crimes and they did nothing. It's a term for that. Go ahead. And they did nothing. All evidence proves that they're innocent, right? The judge, and somehow, some way, the judge can still say, "Oh well, this person needs to serve this such and such and such time." The judge is the government. Final. Is it the final? Whatever. That's us. Not everything will go in our favor, because guess what? Everything today is about money and power. Power and money. That's the world we live in. That's all everybody is after: money and power. Greed, for sure. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, this was a very simple video. There's not too much to touch on, really, because George Carlin, he says his spiel all together, but this was a very simple video. But I enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, bye.